They were once the most beloved members of the British royal family. But now, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are facing a new reality. After a series of controversies and a shocking decision to step back from royal duties, they're being regarded as commoners, signed by Prince William and Princess, and in collaboration with King Charles. As members of the royal family, they were expected to carry out royal duties and engagements. But behind the scenes, problems and conflicts were building. They were feeling suffocated by the pressures of royal life. They wanted to create their own path and make their own decisions rather than following traditional royal protocol. The final straw came when they announced they would be stepping back from senior royal duties. The news sent shockwaves around the world. They cited a desire for a more peaceful life, away from the constant media scrutiny. But many saw it as a betrayal of the royal family and its traditions. I think they've been selfish and irresponsible. They've let the royal family down. As they begin their new life outside of the royal family, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle face an uncertain future. Will they be able to find happiness and fulfillment as commoners? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, they'll never be forgotten as the royals who dared to be different. Following this video as the story unfolds with its full context, staff working with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are reportedly instructed to address them in a formal manner, a new article by Vanity Fair claims. The magazine's cover story explores the couple's lives 5 years after stepping down as working royals, and the allegations have sparked a significant online reaction. According to insiders, some staff members have had negative experiences working for the couple. Sources familiar with Meghan's Archetypes podcast and Harry's book tour claim that staff were initially told to address them as sir or ma'am, despite no longer being working royals. However, this request was allegedly dropped after one person questioned it. Other interviewees stated they were encouraged to use the couple's first names. One source suggested that the use of formal titles is a way for the couple to maintain a sense of prestige, saying, "I think ultimately it's cachet and sets them apart as different and special." In the US, success, money, fame, all of that stuff exists out here. But a blood title, it's few and far between. This is not the first time it has been reported that staff working with Harry and Meghan have been instructed to use formal titles. Last year, the CEO of the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025 revealed he was told to address the couple formally, reports The Mirror. Scott Moore, a sports broadcaster, revealed in an interview with the local Whistler newspaper, the Vernon Morning Star, that he was eager to familiarize himself with royal protocol before meeting Harry and Meghan. He shared with the publication, "I did make sure to ask how I should be addressing them when they get here, and I was told the simple sir and ma'am is fine." Royal protocol stipulates that members of the royal family should initially be addressed as Your Royal Highness, followed by Sir for males or Ma'am for females. The only slight deviation is for King Charles and Queen Camilla, who should first be referred to as Your Majesty. However, Harry and Meghan have refrained from using their HRH titles for commercial purposes following their departure from royal duties in 2020. The Vanity Fair article also cited insiders alleging that Meghan could be really awful when things didn't go her way at work, and that issues often arose due to the couple's demands. The piece also quoted sources purportedly living near the couple in Montecito, labeling them as entitled and disingenuous. However, according to The Times, the Sussexes have refuted these claims, with a source close to them describing the allegations as distressing. Insiders close to Harry and Meghan have reportedly referenced remarks made by actress Sharon Stone back in 2020, when the couple first relocated to Montecito, where she noted that the pair would greet passers-by and had become a giving, caring, participating part of our community. In addition, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have addressed distressing claims made by their former employees, some of which branded them as really awful. If you have ever wondered what it would be like to work for a royal, it turns out it may not be as regal as you imagine. After the release of a savage exposé on the couple, the Duke and Duchess were left with no choice other than to speak out about the damaging claims. On Friday, January 17th, Vanity Fair published a damning profile, analyzing every move the couple has made since leaving the UK 5 years ago. They spoke to multiple sources who had previously worked for the controversial duo, who described the difficulties that came with their jobs. The piece was titled The American Hustle and did not portray the couple in the best light. While the Duke and Duchess of Sussex declined to comment or work with Vanity Fair on the piece, a source close to the couple spoke to The Times and branded the allegations as distressing. According to the Daily Beast, an insider also confided that things aren't easy for them right now, and Vanity Fair have succeeded in making a bad time worse, as Meghan's new Netflix show has been postponed and her husband is currently dealing with a court case in the UK. One former employee claimed that Meghan could be momentarily warm and effusive before becoming cold and withholding toward the person she perceived to be responsible for something going wrong. Another added that the Duchess had the potential to be really awful if something didn't go her way. A third added, things went poorly, often due to Meghan and Harry's own demands. Another former podcast employee described Harry as challenging to engage with. Journalists also interviewed people who live around them in the California town Montecito. One neighbor described the couple as the most entitled, disingenuous people on the planet. Meghan has also previously been accused of bullying staff at Buckingham Palace. The exposé portrayed Meghan as a demanding and unfair boss, and Vanity Fair spoke to one employee who previously worked on their podcast. They noted, "I think if Meghan acknowledged her own shortcomings or personal contributions to situations, rather than staying trapped in a victim narrative, her perception might be better." One source who worked for her in the US couldn't believe these claims at first, but later changed their opinion. They said, "You can be yelled at even if somebody doesn't raise their voice. It's funny that people don't differentiate between the energy of being yelled at and literally somebody screaming at you." As Prince Harry and Meghan Markle navigate their new life as commoners, the world watches with bated breath. Will they find happiness and fulfillment, or will the pressures of their past continue to haunt them? One thing is certain. Their decision has sparked a global conversation about the nature of royalty, duty, and personal freedom.